The wedding photo showed 3 people, but only 2 were smiling. Guinea stared at the framed picture on her living room wall, her in white, Audi beaming beside her, and Mama Audi standing between them like a wall, her face carved from stone. That was 6 months ago. The photo hadn't changed, but everything else had. "Guinea, where's my blue shirt?" Audi called from the bedroom. "In the closet," she yelled back, stirring the soup that would never be good enough. Nothing she did was ever good enough for Mama Audi. The older woman lived 3 houses down but might as well have lived in Guinea's kitchen. She had a key. She used it daily. Sometimes Guinea came home from work to find her mother-in-law rearranging furniture, criticizing her cooking, or sitting in Audi's favorite chair like a queen on a throne. "This soup is too salty," Mama Audi would say, tasting from the pot without asking. "Audi likes it sweeter. Didn't you learn to cook before marriage?" Guinea had learned to bite her tongue until it bled. "Baby, Mama's coming for dinner tonight," Audi announced, emerging from the bedroom in the blue shirt. He kissed Guinea's cheek absently, already scrolling through his phone. "Again." The word slipped out before she could stop it. Audi's eyes flashed. "She's my mother, Guinea. What do you want me to say?" "No. I want you to say maybe tomorrow sometimes. Just sometimes. She raised me alone. My father left when I was 2. She sacrificed everything for me. The least I can do is share a meal with her." Guilt settled over Guinea like a heavy blanket. This was the script. Mama Audi had suffered. Mama Audi had sacrificed. Mama Audi deserved everything. And Guinea deserved nothing but gratitude for being allowed into their perfect 2-person world. Dinner was tense. Mama Audi arrived wearing her usual expression, lips pursed, eyes critical, scanning the table for mistakes. "The chicken is dry," she said after one bite. "I followed your recipe exactly," Guinea replied quietly. "Then you did something wrong. My chicken is never dry." Mama Audi turned to Audi. "Son, you look thin. Is she feeding you properly?" "Mama, I'm fine." "Fine. Look at you. When you lived with me, you were healthy, strong. Now you're wasting away." Audi was the same size he'd always been. But he still glanced at Guinea with something like accusation. After dinner, Mama Audi pulled Audi into the kitchen while Guinea cleared the table. She could hear them through the thin wall. "That girl doesn't appreciate you," Mama Audi hissed. "I see how she looks at you. Cold. Distant." "Mama, please. I know women, Audi. I know when they're hiding something. You should check her phone. See who she's really talking to." Guinea's hands shook as she stacked plates. This was new. Accusations of infidelity on top of terrible cooking. When Mama Audi finally left, Audi was quiet. Too quiet. "You believe her?" Guinea asked as they got ready for bed. "Believe what?" "That I'm cheating on you. That I don't appreciate you." He was silent for too long. "She just worries about me." "She controls you, Audi. There's a difference." "Don't talk about my mother like that." Guinea flinched. They'd been married 6 months, and already she felt like a stranger in her own home. That night, she lay awake listening to Audi snore, wondering when love had started feeling like a prison. The next morning, Guinea's best friend Lisa came over for coffee. Lisa took one look at her face and frowned. "Mama Audi again. She thinks I'm cheating now." "That woman is sick in the head," Lisa said bluntly. "You need to set boundaries." "Audi won't let me. Every time I try, he makes me feel guilty. She raised me alone. She sacrificed everything. Like I'm supposed to compete with his mother for my own husband's attention." Lisa leaned forward. "Guinea, I'm going to tell you something, but you have to promise not to freak out." "What?" "My cousin works at the hospital. In records. She told me something about Mama Audi that..." Lisa hesitated. "Maybe you should talk to your husband first." "Tell me." Mama Audi was in the hospital 28 years ago. Long stay. Psychiatric ward. Guinea's blood went cold. For what? Severe depression and paranoia after her husband left. She tried to. Lisa dropped her voice. She tried to hurt herself and baby Audi. They had to separate them for weeks. The coffee cup trembled in Guinea's hands. Does Audi know? I don't think so. It was sealed in medical records. But Guinea, this woman has serious issues with abandonment. And now she sees you as someone trying to take her son away. I'm not taking him away. I married him. To her, it's the same thing. That evening, Guinea tried to talk to Audi. Gently, carefully. Babe, has your mom ever talked to someone? Like a counselor? His face darkened immediately. Why would you ask that? I just think maybe she's struggling with us being married. It's a big change. My mother is fine. She's strong. Stronger than anyone I know. Audi stood up from the couch, pacing. Why are you always trying to make her seem crazy? I never said crazy. You think it. I can see it in your face every time she visits. You hate her. I don't hate her, Audi. I'm scared of her. The words hung in the air like smoke. Audi stared at her. Scared? Of my mother? She's a 60-year-old woman who weighs 90 pounds. It's not about her size. It's about how she makes me feel. Like I'm not good enough. Like I'm stealing you from her. Like she's waiting for me to fail so she can say, I told you so. Maybe you are failing. Audi shouted. Maybe she's right about you. Guinea felt something crack inside her chest. Get out. What? Get out of this room. Sleep somewhere else. I can't look at you right now. He left, slamming the door so hard a picture fell off the wall. Guinea cried until her eyes swelled shut. When she finally fell asleep, she dreamed of drowning while Mama Audi watched from the shore, smiling. The next morning, Audi was gone. A note on the kitchen table said, staying at Mama's house for a few days. Need to think. Guinea called Lisa, sobbing. He chose her. He actually chose her. Come stay with me, Lisa said immediately. No. This is my house. My marriage. I'm not running. But 3 days passed with no word from Audi. Guinea went to work, came home to an empty house, and wondered if her marriage was already over. On the 4th day, there was a knock at the door. It wasn't Audi. It was a man she'd never seen before. Tall, grey-haired, nervous. Are you Guinea? Audi's wife. Who are you? My name is Frank. I'm Audi's father. The world tilted. That's impossible. His father left when he was 2. I didn't leave. I was forced out. Frank's eyes were pleading. Please, I need to talk to you. It's about Mama Audi. There's something you need to know. Guinea should have slammed the door. Should have called Audi. Should have done anything except let this stranger into her home. But desperation makes people reckless. Come in, she whispered. Frank sat on her couch, hands shaking. I've been looking for Audi for 26 years. I only found him 2 months ago. I've been watching from a distance, trying to figure out how to approach him. Then I saw you at the market last week and decided to talk to you first. Why were you forced out? What happened? Frank took a deep breath. Mama Audi and I got married young. Too young. When Audi was born, she became obsessed. Not normal mother love, something darker. She wouldn't let me hold him. Wouldn't let anyone near him. She slept with him in a locked room. Quit her job to watch him every second. Guinea's skin crawled with recognition. I tried to help her. Suggested therapy. She exploded. Accused me of trying to take Audi away. Started telling people I was abusive. Dangerous. She filed a restraining order based on lies. I couldn't see my own son. Why didn't you fight it? I tried. Frank's voice cracked. But she had evidence. Bruises she gave herself. Witnesses she paid off. The court believed her. I was young, broke, terrified. So I left the city. Started over. But I never stopped looking for Audi. Does he know any of this? She told him I abandoned them. That I chose another woman. It's all lies. Guinea. Every word. Why are you telling me now? Frank leaned forward, urgent. Because I've been watching. I see how she treats you. How she controls him. And I'm terrified history is repeating itself. She's doing to your marriage what she did to mine, destroying it from the inside. Ginny felt sick. I need proof. I can't just believe. I have proof. Frank pulled out a folder, old court documents, letters, photos. Everything's here, including evidence that she lied to get the restraining order. I found it years later, but by then Audi was grown and I was too afraid to disrupt his life. Ginny's hands trembled as she looked through the papers. Birth certificate with Frank's name. Wedding photos showing a happy young couple. Hospital records from Mama Audi's psychiatric stay. Letters Frank had written to Audi that were returned unopened. She kept him from you, Ginny whispered. She kept you from your own son. And now she's keeping him from you. Frank's eyes were wet. Please, Ginny, help me tell him the truth. Before it's too late. But before Ginny could answer, the front door burst open. Audi stood there, face twisted with rage. Behind him, Mama Audi wore a smile like a knife. What is he doing in my house? Audi roared. Ginny stood frozen. Audi, please listen. Mama told me everything. You've been seeing another man. In our home. While I was gone. No. This is your father. Your real father. Audi's face went white. He looked at Frank, then at his mother. Mama Audi's smile never wavered. Son, this man is lying. He's a con artist. He probably read about our family and came to steal from us. I'm your father, Frank said quietly, standing. Look at me, Audi. Really look. And Audi did. Ginny saw the moment recognition sparked, the same eyes, same chin, same way of standing with shoulders slightly hunched. No, Audi whispered. No, you left. Mama said. I have proof, Frank said, gesturing to the folder. Court documents. Photos. Letters I wrote you that she never let you see. Mama Audi moved fast for an old woman. She grabbed the folder and threw it across the room, papers scattering everywhere. Lies, she screamed. All lies. He's trying to destroy our family. What family? Ginny found her voice. The one where you control every breath he takes. The one where you've poisoned him against his own wife. You know nothing. Mama Audi's face contorted with rage. You think you can just waltz in and take my son? He's mine. I raised him. I protected him. Not you. Not this man who abandoned us. I didn't abandon anyone, Frank said. You forced me out. And you've been lying about it for 26 years. Audi sank into a chair, head in hands. I don't understand. I don't understand any of this. Ginny knelt beside him. Read the papers, baby. Just read them. But Mama Audi wasn't done. She grabbed Audi's arm, pulling him toward her with surprising strength. Don't listen to them. They're working together to confuse you. To take you from me. After everything I've done for you. After I gave up my life for you. Let him go, Frank said quietly. Never. Something wild flashed in Mama Audi's eyes. I'll die before I let you take him again. And then Ginny saw it, the same look Lisa had described from the hospital records 26 years ago. The look of someone who'd rather destroy than lose control. Mama Audi pulled a knife from her purse. What secrets had Mama Audi been hiding? Would Audi finally see the truth? And could their marriage survive what was about to be revealed? Mama, put down the knife. Audi's voice was steady, but his hands shook. Not until they leave. Mama Audi's eyes were wild, the knife trembling in her grip. Not until you come home with me where you belong. Ginny slowly stood, moving away from Audi. Frank raised his hands in surrender. We're not trying to hurt you, Frank said softly. We just want Audi to know the truth. The truth. Mama Audi laughed, a broken, terrible sound. You want to tell him how you beat me? How you threatened to kill me if I didn't give you money? How you said you never wanted a son? None of that happened, and you know it. I have scars. She pulled up her sleeve, showing old marks on her arm. You did this. You did that to yourself, Frank said sadly. The hospital has records. You admitted it to the doctors 26 years ago. Audi's head snapped up. Hospital? What hospital? Mama Audi's face went pale. The knife lowered slightly. Tell him, Guinea said quietly. Tell him about the psychiatric ward. About why they had to separate you from him when he was a baby. You're lying. But Mama Audi's voice cracked. Audi stood slowly, looking at his mother like he'd never seen her before. Is it true? Were you in a hospital? I was sick. After your father left, I was sick. But I got better. I got better for you. You tried to hurt yourself and the baby, Frank said gently. That's why they took him away temporarily. That's why the court let me have visitation at first. But then you got smart. You realized if you made me the villain, you'd never have to share him. Audi picked up one of the scattered papers, a letter dated 25 years ago, addressed to my son Audi in handwriting he didn't recognize. He read aloud, voice breaking. I miss you every day. Your mother won't let me see you, but I'm fighting. I promise I'm fighting. One day, you'll know the truth. One day, I'll hold you again. Love, your Papa Frank. He wrote you hundreds of letters, Guinea whispered. She kept them all from you. The knife fell from Mama Audi's hand, clattering on the floor. She collapsed into a chair, suddenly looking decades older. I had to, she whispered. I had to protect you. From what? Audi's voice was raw. From my own father. From losing you. Mama Audi looked up, tears streaming down her face. From him taking you away from me. You're all I have. You're my whole world. If he took you, I'd have nothing. I'd be nothing. So you made me hate him, Audi said slowly. You made me believe he abandoned us. You made me feel guilty for even existing because you sacrificed so much. I did sacrifice. I gave up everything for you. No. Audi's voice was cold now. You took everything. My father. My freedom. My marriage. You took it all and called it love. Guinea touched his arm gently. He was shaking. Mama Audi reached for him desperately. Son, please. I was scared. I'm still scared. What if you leave me? What if you choose them over me? Them. Audi pulled away from her touch. My father and my wife aren't enemies, Mama. You made them enemies in your head. That girl doesn't love you like I do. Guinea loves me like a wife should. Audi's voice rose. You love me like a possession. There's a difference. The room fell silent. Guinea held her breath. Frank spoke quietly. I never wanted to take him from you. I just wanted to be his father. To share him. But you couldn't do that, could you? Sharing meant losing control. Mama Audi covered her face, sobbing. I was so afraid. After you left, after I pushed you away, I was so alone. Audi was all I had. I couldn't lose him too. So you made sure I'd never leave, Audi said, his voice hollow. You made me feel responsible for your happiness. Guilty for wanting my own life. Angry at anyone who got close to me. He turned to Guinea, and she saw tears on his face. I'm sorry. God, Guinea, I'm so sorry. She's been in my head for so long, I didn't even see what she was doing to us. Guinea took his hand. I know. No, you don't. Audi's voice broke. I chose her over you. Every single time. I let her make you feel small and worthless. I defended her lies and ignored your pain. What kind of husband does that? The kind who was manipulated his whole life, Frank said gently. This isn't your fault, son. Don't call me that. Audi's words were sharp. You're a stranger. You might be my father by blood, but you're a stranger. Frank flinched but nodded. You're right. I am. But I'd like the chance to change that. If you'll let me. Audi looked at the scattered papers, the evidence of 26 years of lies. Then at his mother, still crying in the chair. Then at Guinea, his wife who'd endured months of torture for loving him. I need time, he said finally. Time to process this. Time to figure out who I even am without the lies. That's fair, Frank said. I've waited 26 years. I can wait longer. But Mama Audi stood suddenly, her face transforming from grief to rage. You're choosing them. After everything I've done, you're choosing them. I'm choosing the truth. Audi shouted back. I'm choosing to stop living in your version of reality. Then you're not my son anymore. The words hung in the air like poison. Audi's face went very still. Maybe I never was. Maybe I was just your puppet. Your therapy. Your excuse for never getting help. Mama Audi stumbled backward like she'd been struck. You don't mean that. I do. Audi's voice was quiet now, final. You need to leave, Mama. Leave my house. Give me back my key. And don't come back until I'm ready to see you. Audi, please. Now. Guinea had never heard him yell at his mother before. From the look on Mama Audi's face, neither had she. The older woman fumbled in her purse, pulled out a key with shaking hands, and dropped it on the table. She looked at each of them, Audi with betrayal, Frank with hatred, Guinea with pure venom. You did this, she hissed at Guinea. You poisoned him against me. I loved him enough to want him free, Guinea replied softly. That's something you never learned to do. Mama Audi left without another word, the door clicking shut behind her like the end of an era. The three of them stood in silence. Finally, Frank cleared his throat. I should go too. Give you two space. He pulled out a card. My number's on here. Call me if you want to talk. Or don't. Either way, I'm not disappearing again. After Frank left, Audi and Guinea sat on the couch together, not touching. I don't know how to fix this, Audi whispered. I don't even know where to start. Start with the truth, Guinea said. Tell me how you feel. Really feel. No hiding behind what your mother thinks. He was quiet for a long time. Then, I'm angry. At her for lying. At him for not fighting harder. At myself for being so blind. And I'm terrified. Of what? That I'm like her. That I'll control people I love because I'm scared of losing them. That I'll hurt you the way she hurt my father. Guinea took his hand. You're not her, Audi. You're aware. You're willing to see the truth. That's already different. I said terrible things to you. I chose her over you again and again. I know. Can you forgive me? Guinea looked at him, really looked. At the man she'd fallen in love with, buried under years of manipulation and fear. At the pain in his eyes. At the willingness to finally see. I can try, she said. If you promise to actually work on this. Not just say sorry and go back to how things were. Real change. I'll do therapy. Whatever it takes. And boundaries with your mother. Real ones. She might never speak to me again. Then that's her choice. Not yours. Audi pulled Guinea close, burying his face in her shoulder. She felt him crying, deep, wrenching sobs that sounded like they were tearing him apart and putting him back together simultaneously. They sat like that for a long time. Over the next weeks, things slowly changed. Audi started therapy. He met with Frank for coffee, awkward, painful conversations that gradually became easier. He blocked Mama Audi's number after she sent 40 messages a day accusing him of betrayal. Guinea watched him become someone new. Or maybe someone he'd always been underneath the control. One evening, 3 months later, Mama Audi showed up at their door. She looked smaller somehow. Older. Broken. I've been in therapy, she said quietly. Court ordered, after I showed up at Frank's house with a knife. I'm on medication now. And I'm starting to see things. About myself. About what I did. Audi stood in the doorway, not inviting her in. Go on. I'm sick, Audi. I've been sick for a long time. And instead of getting help, I made you responsible for fixing me. That wasn't fair. That wasn't love. No, it wasn't. Can you ever forgive me? Audi was quiet for a long time. Guinea stood behind him, her hand on his back, supporting him. Maybe, he finally said. Someday. But not today. Today, I'm still too angry. Too hurt. You stole my father from me. You nearly destroyed my marriage. You made me hate myself for wanting anything that didn't include you. Mama Audi nodded, tears streaming down her face. I understand. I'll keep working on myself. And maybe one day. Maybe, Audi repeated. But on my terms. Not yours. Never yours again. She left quietly. This time, there was no drama. No threats. Just a sad, sick woman finally facing what she'd done. That night, Audi and Guinea lay in bed, holding each other. Do you think she'll really change? Guinea asked. I don't know. But I know I have. And that's what matters. Your father asked about Sunday dinner. He wants to cook for us. Audi smiled, a real smile, the kind Guinea hadn't seen in months. Yeah, I'd like that. And I'm pregnant, Guinea blurted out. Audi sat up so fast he nearly fell out of bed. What? 3 months. I found out last week. I was waiting for the right time to tell you. He stared at her stomach, then at her face. We're having a baby. We're having a baby. Audi's eyes filled with tears. I'm going to be a father. A good one, Guinea said firmly. Nothing like what you experienced. Nothing like what she did. You're going to love this child freely, not possessively. You're going to let them be their own person. You're going to be the father you needed. I'm terrified. So am I. But we'll figure it out together. Audi pulled her close, his hand resting gently on her stomach. I love you, Guinea. I'm sorry it took me so long to put you first. You're doing it now. That's what matters. And for the first time since their wedding, Guinea felt like she really had a husband. Not Mama Audi's son. Not a puppet on strings. But a partner. A man choosing love over fear. 7 months later, their daughter was born. They named her Hope. Frank held his granddaughter with tears streaming down his face. She's perfect. She is, Audi agreed. And she's going to know both her grandparents. The healthy one and the one who's trying to get healthy. Mama Audi had been allowed supervised visits. She sat in the corner, watching quietly, following all the boundaries they'd set. She was still in therapy. Still on medication. Still learning that love meant letting go, not holding tight. Can I hold her? She asked quietly. Audi and Guinea exchanged looks. Then Guinea nodded. Mama Audi took baby Hope with shaking hands. She looked down at the tiny face, and something softened in her expression. She's beautiful, she whispered. So beautiful. She is, Audi said firmly. And she's ours. Mine and Guinea's. Not yours to control or possess. Just yours to love. Can you do that? Mama Audi was quiet for a long moment. Then she nodded. I can try. I'm learning. It's hard, but I'm learning. That's all we ask. Later that night, after everyone had left, Audi and Guinea sat with baby Hope between them. We did it, Guinea said softly. We survived. We did more than survive, Audi replied. We broke the cycle. She's going to grow up different. Free. Loved without conditions. Promise me something, Guinea said. Anything. Promise me that if I ever start acting like your mother, if I ever try to control you or this baby, you'll call me out. You'll get me help. You won't let it happen again. Audi kissed her forehead. I promise. And you promise me the same. I promise. Baby Hope yawned, tiny fists stretching toward the ceiling. She didn't know about the lies that came before her. The pain. The manipulation. The broken family slowly healing. She just knew she was loved. And sometimes, love, real love, is enough to break even the strongest chains.